Well, good morning, everyone. Mayor Steve Wilder here from the city of North Canton for our weekly community update. Here we are Wednesday, July the 14th, 2021, 11 o'clock. I just want to touch on a few things for the city. We don't have a lot of projects going on right now, per se, but just want to let everybody know that the North Canton Farmers Market is restarted, and it's today from 3 to 6 o'clock, 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's at 1447 North Main Street, the old Kmart property that we purchased a while back. So it's already starting off really well, and the weather's nice, so please come out and patronize the farmers market, and here we go with that. Yeah, I don't know if you saw in the mail, but for those of us that are 65 and older, I did receive something from the Ohio Department of Aging, and it's a set of about 4 facial coverings. So for those of us that are 65 and older, watch your mailbox. And it's a nice little message about staying safe in Ohio from the Ohio Department of Aging. And I want to thank them very much for those. I keep these. I'll keep those in my car just as in case I need a spare. Just remember too, on facial coverings at the North Canton Farmers Market, we do ask everyone to follow those guidelines. And we've been very fortunate. I think we have shields also if a facial covering cannot be worn. But of course, we follow the guidelines from the Ohio Department of Health, and so that's that. We do have an employment opportunity in our street department for a general laborer, entry level. The pay rate for that is anywhere between $14.85 to $16.78 per hour, and that is also based on one's experience. So you can fill out a city employment application or send a resume also with that, or send a resume to the Director of Administration here at City Hall, 145 North Main Street, and the deadline for applying is Tuesday, January the 19th, 2021 at 4:30 p.m. That application and information is also on our website. So if anyone is interested in employment with the City of North Canton, again, it's through the Street Department, General Labor. Thank you. I've had the opportunity to sit in on conference calls weekly with our Stark County Health Department and our 3 health departments in the county, Alliance, Maslin, and Canton, and also representatives from Altman and Mercy and other community leaders in government, and also in health services. I just want to bring you up to date with the latest statistics that as of 1/12 of 2021, as of Tuesday. Here we are on the 13th. We're still a red status. Some of the indicators have come back, but that keeps us in a red status. The cases so far have been 23,585. Hospitalizations to date, when statistics were started for COVID, are 1,382 hospitalizations. Unfortunately, 382 deaths have occurred, 382. And the presumed recovery has been over 18,798 people. When you look at the sex of the persons that are dying, females are at 184 females have died as a result of COVID, and 198 males have died as a result of COVID. If you're interested in the age groups, I pulled this off the website this morning. The greatest amount of deaths are in our higher age groups. If you're 80 plus, we've had 197 deaths. 70 to 79 age group, 104. 60 to 69, 60 deaths. 50 to 59, 18. 40 to 49, 2. And then 30 to 39, 1. So the other age groups that I didn't mention haven't had any deaths, thank goodness. But that just gives you an idea that it is our senior population that is at risk. and hopefully those vaccinations and dates will be coming forward. I want to share with you a couple of things here that I received from the governor's office. This week, on Thursday, the Ohio Department of Health will launch a tool on coronavirus.ohio.gov to assist citizens looking for a provider that has been allotted vaccines. And that tool will be searchable by zip code or county, but it will not be updated in real time. So it's critical that those eligible to receive a vaccine consult local sources to determine up-to-date vaccine availability. Now, for this week of January the 18th, coming up, vaccine providers will begin receiving their first allotment of vaccines for ages 80 and older. And I know the governor has built this out to January the 25th. For vaccinations are anticipated to begin for those age 75 and up. And also the week of February the 1st, vaccinations are anticipated to begin for those ages 70 and up. And for the week of February the 8th, vaccinations are anticipated to begin for those ages 65 and up, following the same process as before, as you register. Senior citizens with questions on the vaccination process are urged to contact the area agencies on aging at the www.aging.ohio.gov or by calling 1-866-243-5678. Again, seniors that have questions about the vaccination process can simply call 1-866-243-5678, and that's the area agencies on aging, or go to their website, www.aging.ohio.gov. Also, in the conversations that we had on the conference calls that I'm on once a week on Tuesdays with, again, the professionals in our county, there's some important points that we wanted to bring out to everyone. I know I saw in the paper last night, Massillon is beginning their vaccinations for seniors 80 and over. Now, keep this in mind, that for those seeking vaccinations, you will be directed to your health jurisdiction. So in other words, Alliance, Canton, and Massillon all have their own individual health departments. If you live within those communities, you will go through them for your guidance on receiving or scheduling for a vaccination. For the city of North Canton, Louisville, many of the other small villages, be it Beach City, Waynesburg, Malvern, Magnolia, we are covered under the Stark County Health Department. So our guidelines will come from them. It won't be coming from the office here at City Administration or the Mayor's office. Our contact, our information will come from the Stark County Health Department. As I understand today, there should be a media release coming with some information for all of us. When I say all of us, at least for the city of North Canton. I understand tentatively anticipating on Thursday, you'll have an opportunity to register or pre-register for the process of receiving your vaccination. The Stark County Health Department has outsourced the registration process. What they learned last couple of weeks when they did their first initial vaccinations, their phone systems were overloaded. They crashed, as they say. So with the amount of people that will probably be calling to schedule a registration, to register for receiving the vaccination, they have outsourced this, and that number will be provided for us here this week, from what I understand. Hopefully that will be the case. And once you'll do is you'll call this number, you'll be pre-registered, and then an appointment eventually will be set for you to receive your vaccination. So there again, that'll definitely be for those 80 and older. If the opportunity exists that they can go down in age groups for the vaccinations, I understand that they will do that. However, those in the highest age group of 80 will have preference in receiving the vaccinations. The only side effect that I have heard has been someone had a sore arm and a little bit of a fever, and it was gone in a couple days. I'm not a medical person here, folks. I'm just sharing with some information that I received that there was a little bit of a side effect for this one person. But all of us will be cautious on how we want to proceed in getting the vaccination. And let's see here. I think that's all I have. Just remember, if you live in Alliance, Canton, or Massillon, that will be the health departments that you'll be going through or getting your communication from. For those residents here in North Canton, again, we're covered under the Stark County Health Department for their guidelines, and they'll be able to hopefully provide the providers that will locations that we can get the vaccinations at. I'm anticipating maybe one central location that they'll announce that we can go to and get a vaccination. So the main thing is there, just be patient, and we'll get through this process. I understand the second doses now are available for those who received the first dose. Just keep in mind too, it was suggested that whatever vaccination type you received, stay with that same kind. In other words, if it was a Pfizer product, stay with Pfizer. If it's a Moderna product, stay with Moderna. So just wanted to share that information with you. It's beginning of a new year, and we're still dealing with a number of challenges for us. It seems that some of the numbers might be increasing a little bit. From what I understand from our health professionals, through Halloween and Thanksgiving, the number of cases were manageable, let's say. But I think in the next few weeks, we'll be experiencing some of the other holiday around Christmas time. Those numbers might go up a little bit because of the traveling, etc. As we look towards next week, on next Monday is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. City Hall will be closed, and normal recycling and trash pickup will continue on that day. There will be no delay, as far as I understand. But I just wanted to touch base here with a little bit about Martin Luther King Jr. That we'll be celebrating his life and on next Monday, the 18th. Obviously, he was one of the most visible and well-known leaders of the civil rights movement. Dr. King was a Baptist minister who helped advance civil rights through nonviolent methods based on Christian beliefs. It was in 1964 he was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. And in the midst of planning the Poor People's Campaign in Washington, D.C., he was assassinated by James Earl Ray in Memphis, Tennessee on April the 4th, 1968. And his death sparked massive nationwide riots. In 1986, Martin Luther King Day was inaugurated as a federal holiday. Folks, my closing thought is, despite the setbacks of this past week, there is reason to look to the future. My hope and intention are that we continue to work together and come together with a sense of compassion, cooperation, collaboration, and communication, and that we remain steadfast in our faith and support of our country, our state, and especially our community of North Canton, and that we continue to care for the safety and well-being of one another. I am hopeful that we will not have any drastic situations in the next few weeks as we approach the inauguration of our next president. But as I said, despite the setbacks of last week, I am hopeful that we will continue to think about our country and our state and our community in a greater sense of pride and understanding of how our government works, and that we are fortunate to be in a nation of that we live in today. So with that being said, as we go forward, be patient with the vaccinations. They'll be coming out. We'll pay attention to the media here through the Stark County Health Department or through the Ohio Governor's Office, coronavirus.org, and we'll get through this thing. So I'm very hopeful the vaccinations will be coming forward, and we can take advantage of those things to get our country and our community back to a sense of normalcy and activity. So stay safe, keep well, everyone. Thank you for the privilege of being your mayor, and thank you for the privilege of your time this morning. Have a great rest of the week. Until next week, take care.